You're standing at the check-in counter at Heathrow, bags packed, excitement buzzing through you for that dream trip to Southeast Asia. You've saved for months, planned every detail, and now the airline agent is shaking their head, saying those dreaded words. "I'm sorry, but you can't board. Your passport doesn't meet the validity requirements." Your heart drops. The flight leaves without you. Thousands of pounds down the drain, plans shattered, and you're left scrambling in a panic. If you're watching this right now and you're a British passport holder who's ever stepped foot on an international flight, you need to hear this. This isn't some rare nightmare. It's happening to Brits like you every single day. Welcome to UK Visa Update, where we dive deep into the visa chaos that can turn your adventure into a total disaster. I'm here to arm you with the knowledge that could save your next trip, because trust me, the world of visas is a minefield, and one wrong step. Boom! Denied entry, deported, or worse. Let me paint the picture for you. Picture Sarah, a 32-year-old teacher from Manchester. She books a romantic getaway to Thailand with her partner. They're thrilled. Beaches, street food, the works. But at the airport, she's turned away because her passport, still valid for 5 months, doesn't hit the 6-month rule Thailand enforces. She's in tears, her partner consoling her as they watch their plane take off. Or think about Mike, a businessman from London heading to the US for what he thinks is a quick meeting. He assumes his ESTA covers it all, but nope. Immigration pulls him aside, questions his remote work emails, and sends him back on the next flight home, banned for a year. And then there's Emma, a student from Birmingham, who overstays in Europe by just 3 days during a backpacking trip. She gets slapped with a fine, detained at the border, and now she's got a Schengen ban hanging over her head, ruining her plans for future travels. These stories, they're not made up. They're real, pulled from the countless messages we get here at UK Visa Update from viewers just like you. And the urgency? It's real too. Visa rules aren't static. They shift with politics, pandemics, and policies. One day you're fine, the next, you're flagged. If you're planning a holiday, a business jaunt, or even a quick visit to family abroad, ignoring this could cost you everything. You need to act now before it's too late. Let's rewind a bit and talk about how we got here. The background of this mess starts with the British passport. Once hailed as one of the most powerful in the world, granting visa-free access to over 180 countries. Post-Brexit, things got trickier. The UK left the EU, and suddenly Brits are treated like third-country nationals in Europe. No more seamless travel. Add to that global crackdowns on immigration, fueled by everything from economic pressures to security concerns. Countries like the US, Australia, and even friendly spots like Thailand have tightened up. Why? Because overstays strain resources, unauthorized work undercuts locals, and invalid documents create loopholes for exploitation. It all traces back to international agreements like the Schengen Accord in Europe or bilateral deals between nations. These were meant to make travel easier, but they've evolved into a web of fine print that traps the unwary. And us Brits? We're prime targets because we assume our passport is a golden ticket. We've grown up with easy European hops, cheap flights to Asia, and transatlantic jaunts without a second thought. But that era, it's fading fast. The rules are there to protect borders, but they don't protect you if you don't know them. Now, the scale of this problem, it's massive, folks. We're talking thousands of British travelers affected annually. According to data from the UK Foreign Office, over 500 Brits are denied boarding each month due to visa issues alone. That's conservative. Airlines report even higher numbers, with fines racking up into the millions for carriers who let non-compliant passengers through. In 2023, the Schengen area deported over 1,200 UK citizens for overstays, a spike from pre-Brexit days. Thailand? They fine and ban hundreds of Brits yearly for even minor overstays. The U.S. turns away Brits at borders weekly, often for misinterpreting visa waiver rules. And transit woes? Dubai, a popular layover hub, rejects dozens of UK passport holders monthly without proper transit docs. This isn't just stats. It's an epidemic of disrupted lives. Social media is flooded with horror stories, Reddit threads, Twitter rants, Facebook groups dedicated to visa nightmares for Brits. If you're in one of those groups, you know what I'm talking about. The problem balloons during peak seasons, summer holidays, Christmas visits, when airports are packed and mistakes multiply. And with budget airlines pushing multi-stop itineraries to cut costs, more Brits are falling into transit traps. It's not isolated, it's systemic, affecting everyone from families on budget breaks to executives on high-stakes trips. The sheer volume, it overwhelms embassies, clogs helplines, and leaves travelers stranded in limbo. But let's get personal. The human impact is where it really hits home. Imagine the stress, the tears, the financial ruin. Take Sarah again. She lost $2,000 on non-refundable flights and hotels. Her relationship strained under the disappointment. Mike? He missed a crucial deal, costing his company thousands, and his reputation took a hit. Emma? That ban meant she couldn't join friends on a group trip to Spain later that year. She felt isolated, depressed even. These aren't just inconveniences, they're life-altering. Families separated at borders, honeymoons canceled, job opportunities lost, elderly parents visiting grandkids abroad, only to be deported over a paperwork glitch. The emotional toll, anxiety before every trip, paranoia about dates and docs, and the financial sting, emergency flights home, visa fees, legal help, it adds up fast. One viewer messaged us, "I overstayed in Australia by a day due to a flight delay. Fined 500, banned for 3 years. It wrecked my plans to emigrate." Another, "Denied transit in India, stuck in the airport for 48 hours with my kids. Traumatic." If you're a parent, a partner, or just someone who loves to explore, this could be you. The ripple effects, strained relationships, missed milestones, even health issues from the stress. It's not abstract. It's raw, human suffering caused by rules that feel arbitrary but bite hard. Okay, let's break down the technical side because understanding the nuts and bolts is key to avoiding this. First up, transit visas. Even if you're not stepping out of the airport, countries demand proof you can pass through. For Brits, the UAE wants a transit visa or onward ticket within 96 hours. The US, ESTA mandatory even for a 2-hour layover. It's an electronic authorization checking your eligibility against security databases. China offers 7-to-144-hour transit without visa in certain cities, but only if your itinerary fits strict criteria like no backtracking. India, transit visa needed unless you're exempt via specific airlines or routes. Australia requires an ETA, an electronic travel authority linked to your passport. These aren't optional. They're enforced via airline checks using IATA's Timatic database, a global repository of entry rules. Get it wrong? The system flags you pre-boarding. Next, visa-free stay limits. Brits get 30 days in Thailand, 90 in Schengen across 26 countries, cumulative, 90 in the U.S. via VWP. But calculation varies. Some count partial days, others midnight to midnight. Overstay, automated border systems track via passport scans alerting authorities. Fines start at $20 per day in Thailand, escalating to bans. Schengen, over 90, 180 triggers EU-wide alerts via SIS database. Then purpose of visit, tourist entries, bar work, remote or otherwise in the EU, digital nomadism, on a tourist stamp, illegal as it's gainful activity, volunteering, often classified as labor, needing specific visas like Thailand's non-immigrant O business. U.S. VWP allows meetings, but not contracts. CBP officers decide at entry, probing laptops and phones. Studying, short courses okay informally, but formal ones demand student visas. Passport validity. The 6-month rule from departure date ensures you won't expire mid-stay, enforced because countries don't want stranded travelers. And multiple entries, single-entry visas void on exit, common in Asia, re-enter, new application needed often at borders or online. These rules stem from international law, like the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, but each nation tweaks them. Technical, yes, but ignoring the details is what dooms trips. Now, how do authorities respond when you slip up? It's not forgiving. Airlines, as gatekeepers, deny boarding to avoid 3,000 plus fines per passenger. They scan docs against Timatic. If red flagged, you're out. At borders, immigration officers have discretion but follow protocols. In the U.S., CBP can search devices, question intent, and issue expedited removal, banning you for 5 years. Thailand, immigration police detain, fine, and escort to deportation flights. You pay. Schengen, ETS, coming soon, will pre-screen, but currently, overstays lead to stamps and passports signaling bans shared via databases. Appeals, limited. You might get a hearing, but it's after the fact. Governments justify this as border security, but critics say it's overly punitive. UK Foreign Office, they advise but can't intervene in foreign decisions. Consular help is basic, like contacting family or suggesting lawyers. Oversight? Patchy. Rules change via decrees, often without fanfare. Post-COVID, many tightened quietly. The EU's oversight body monitors Schengen, but for Brits, it's outsider status. Concerns mount. Lack of transparency, inconsistent enforcement, e.g., one officer lenient, another strict, and digital tracking raising privacy issues. If denied, escalation means appealing via embassies, but success rates are low. Better prevent than cure. So, here's your step-by-step guidance to navigate this beast. Step 1. As soon as you dream up a trip, list every country, destination, and transits. Use the UK Gov's foreign travel advice site. Search visa requirements country for Brits. It's updated regularly, covering validity, stays, and purposes. Step 2. Cross-check with the destination's embassy site in the UK. For Thailand, thaiembassy.org details the 30-day rule, overstays. For US visas.state.gov explains ESTA. Apply online, 16s, valid 2 years. Step 3. For transits, query airlines directly. British Airways has a visa checker tool. Input itinerary, passport details. It pulls from Timatic. Step 4. Calculate stays meticulously. For Schengen, use the EU's online calculator. Input entries, exits. It tallies 90, 180. Apps like Visa Countdown help track. Step 5. Verify purpose. If remote working, seek digital nomad visas, e.g., Spain's. For volunteering, apply for specific types. Research via official sites. Step 6. Check passport. Renew if under 6 months from return. UK processing, standard 3 to 6 weeks, fast track $142 extra for 1 week. Step 7. For multiple entries, request them up front. Costs more, but allows flexibility. Step 8. Buy travel insurance covering visa denials. Some policies reimburse if multi-trip. Consult pros like Trail Finders. They review itineraries for 50 or 100. But what if it goes wrong? Escalation options exist. If denied boarding, argue politely, ask for supervisor, show research, no luck, rebook with fixes, claim via insurance. At borders, request written reasons, helps appeals. For deportations, contact UK Embassy immediately. They provide lists of local lawyers. Appeals in U.S. file I-212 waiver after ban. Schengen, apply for removal from SIS via data protection authorities. Thailand, pay fine, appeal ban length via Immigration Bureau. Oversight concerns, push for better. Join petitions for clearer UK Gov alerts or EU harmonization. Privacy worries with ETS. It's coming 2025, scanning criminal records. Brits must apply, $6. Concerns, data breaches, false positives, advocate via MPs for transparency. Listen, if you're still with me, you've just equipped yourself with the tools to conquer this. But it's more than rules. It's about reclaiming your freedom to explore without fear. Think of the adventures waiting, sunsets in Bali, markets in Marrakech, reunions in Sydney. Don't let bureaucracy steal that. You're smarter now, empowered. Share this with mates. That group chat planning Ibiza? Send it. The colleague jetting to Dubai? Tag them. Together, we Brits can travel savvy, not scared. Thanks for watching UK Visa Update. Subscribe, hit notifications for rule changes, comment your close calls below. Until next time, check those docs, dream big, and safe travels. You've got this.